For a touchback.
Let's go.
Ready, 30 base.
Watch the screen. Pass. Bang, 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 bang. Shit, go.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Pull it high.
40's mine.
Second and 9 now. Complete. It's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That one 28 yards on the ground. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Hey, Foxtrot.
Pick your game up. Hit the end.
Yo, go.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping.
On the bullseye.
On first and 10, Costello. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I don't think you got it, son. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready to break.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
5, 5.
36. Mine, 36. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the shift. Watch.
Hey, seam 6. Seam.
Looking to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
261. Matchbox white.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set. 70. Indy.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He finds his man Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw.
Bandit. 25.
Screen.
Shit.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Here we go. 50.
Bravo.
Take time.
On. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Lawrence able to find Warner. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Got it. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Go. Go. Check, 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 check. Switch, switch, switch. Check.
Look at me. Go. Go. Fight.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's the Raiders punter now. Back deep is DJ Chark. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Eckler, 96 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Let's go.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Ready. 70, Indy.
On 3rd down, Lawrence trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey. Strip that ball.
On 2nd down, Eckler.
Here we go.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Go.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Yep.
You got 2.
From the gun, Costello. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Safe.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Go now. 30 base.
Let's go. Man up, D.
Hey, Alpha. 5.
The final shot before break. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
58 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Back to throw. Costello. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
March 50. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 50's to Mike. I got you, boy.
Yes.
50.
Go.
To throw again. Costello. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Costello. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You can't block me. 36, 36.
Ready?
From the gun, Lawrence. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
58 to Mike. Man, I got you. 58 to Mike, 58.
Throwing on 1st down, Costello. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
35-yard line.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, let's bring it.
Hey, Haywood.
Bring it.
Big grip.
Throwing again, Costello. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Rush in. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 50. I got him. Mike 50.
Hey. And up.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chark with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Running is Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Topper!
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here you go. 18 Gator.
In your face.
Check that. Hey, lock it. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check.
Hey, Sam off. Shoot.
On first down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Mike's 50. Double dog.
Ready?
Throwing again on second and 10. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Back to throw. Costello. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there for the Browns. 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. A handoff. McCaffrey running right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Got to go. Come on, QB, come on.
On first and 10, Costello. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready? 18 games. Blue draw quarter.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll rifle this, looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello, he's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Go.
Looking to throw. Costello. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 29 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Right 54.
You must be getting.
Hey, exit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Ready, ready.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
Yeah.
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
On 3rd and 2, Costello. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike, look at me. Zipper.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mike, go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got Smith here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Browns 55, Raiders 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
Exactly.
going
Take a great...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Alpha.
Check, 47.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Let's go now.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, wahoo.
Check. Check.
Yep.
Check.
On 4th down, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Hey.
Ready?
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
80 weapon. Now.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Browns 62.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Their way in this one.